welcome back, and gals, to my YouTube. This video is going to be a little bit different. Now, you may or may not have seen me doing a couple of different stuff on Instagram and on YouTube, to be fair. Now, the stuff that I'm doing, I'm still doing bodybuilding training, but I've just started adding in more cool stuff like box jumps, farmers walks, sled pushes, sled pulls, safety bar squatting, deadlifting again. And I'm just finding it so much fun. Obviously there's novelty attached to that. And I've always wanted to do some sort of athletic work, but I've always felt, this might sound a little bit of a harsh word, but you'll understand the thought process. I've always felt a little bit shackled to bodybuilding, like I've got to train in this way to achieve X result. And I get that, because if you want to be a bodybuilder, you train like a bodybuilder. You don't do high rocks and suddenly look like a bodybuilder. So I understand that. Now, I'm still doing my bodybuilding stuff. I'm just doing additional stuff on top. So I'm not hybrid. Definitely ain't high rocks. Like, I don't think you're going to be seeing me doing any 5-10k runs anytime soon. Again, not I'm against it. I'm not against any modality of training. I'm actually for every modality of training. I just don't like the cult that it brings to certain things. Like, for example, in CrossFit and high rocks, you get 2 minutes in and for some reason you've got to take your top off. Don't understand that. Or you've got to wear different colour socks. Or you've got to keep up with the latest fads and trends. Just train hard. Enjoy it. Enjoy the process. As long as you're doing something, as long as you're moving, you're gonna do something, if you know what I mean. Like, if you've gone from nothing to doing a high rocks, you're obviously gonna look a little bit better. However, if you want to be a bodybuilder, then you're gonna have to incorporate more bodybuilding-esque work, more hypertrophy work. And I'm at a stage now where I just want to have a little bit more fun with my training. And I still absolutely adore bodybuilding with everything. Never actually classed myself as a bodybuilder. And if you followed me for any period of time, you'll know that. I always call myself a hobby builder. So it is just a hobby to me. I love coaching people. I love coaching every modality of person, athlete, whatever you want to call them. And I'm just trying something new. And if anything, it's going to give back to more of my clients, future clients, past clients who return. I've had some sign up because they've seen what I'm doing now as well. So yeah, let's see where it goes. Let's have some fun. And yeah, not sure what's going to happen. Not sure how long I'm going to do it for. See how it goes. Right guys, so gals, today is going to be a bit of a mashup session. I've just got back from holiday, family holiday. So I'm not really putting any pressure on myself this week. I'm still training hard, but I'm not putting any pressure on myself to hit PBs and all that sort of stuff. And today I want to show you guys and girls a bit of like my new stuff that I'm incorporating. So it's going to be a bit of a mashup session. And to be honest with you, I'm quite looking forward to that, because usually you're to a strict schedule. And I go away to Scotland this weekend for my birthday weekend. So like my schedule's a little bit out of the window. I'm still going to hit everything, but be a bit mangled up, to be honest with you. So we're going to do some, whatever you want to call it, box jumps and fun stuff. And then finish with a little bit of back. And then that's going to be today's session. So I'm going to start off with just some like stationary plyo jumps, just to begin with. And then we're going to go on to box jumps. I don't know what I'm going to get today, just because my legs are a little bit sore. I'm a little bit tight and stiff from the holiday. But I'm a big believer in being authentic. So if I fail, I fail. If I don't, then a bit of a win, to be honest with you, coming back from holiday. And then we'll do some farmers walks, might do some sandbag work, tire flips, and then finish with a little bit of back work. So hope you enjoy it. Give it a run. These, right, they're harder than they look. And you're always a little bit stiff your first couple that you do. And I don't know what's good and bad, because I'm obviously new to all this shit. So I'm naive to it. So if I'm good, I'm good. If I'm bad, I'm bad. Don't really care. I'm getting better. Just before my holiday, I tweaked my groin. I can feel it pulling a little bit here as well. So I'll see how the box jumps go, but I wasn't able to get my previous height on my box jump because of it. So if I can't do it, I can't do it. But I do need to get, this bit's annoying, to be honest with you. If anybody laughs at me for doing these, I couldn't give a fuck, to be honest with you, because I'm brand new to it. Also, if anybody knows somewhere I can get some soft boxes for a reasonable price, tell me. I decked it the other week with this and that one on top. Check out my Instagram. Good fail. It suddenly gets really daunting. The most, actually the only annoying thing about some of these training stuff that I'm now doing is the setup time. So I like to be as efficient as I can. Like when you're setting up the farmers walks and shit, it can just take a little bit of time. That's the only gripe I've got, to be honest. Robbie, I just want you to come over here, mate. I don't want you to stand at the side of this just to get a perspective on the height, because when you're filming right far away, right, it don't look like you're jumping that high, but when you stand at the side of it, it genuinely feels high. Suddenly you're like, oh shit, I've got to jump quite high. Like, how does that feel? Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? So like when you're on this green one, right, so you go to jump on it when you're first ever doing this sort of shit, and you look at it and you're sort of like, you look at it from a distance, you're like, fuck off. And so I did it with Jenna the other day, and she was like, I'm not doing that, there's no point. And she went to do it and she was like, oh my God, I don't know how to do it. And then she actually did the red one. And I put the red one up and she was like, I can't do it. I was like, well, you smashed it. Oh no, she did the blue one. She's like, well, you did that, and you smashed it, you can do that because it's not that much bigger. And she did that. And then I can't remember if she did the red one or not, but I put the red one up and she was like, oh my God. And then so I stacked these two and she was like, you do that? I was like, yeah. And I did it on that day actually. So it's harder than what it looks like. It's not that fucking small. If I tear my groin for YouTube, I'm retiring. I'll probably fail my first one from a confidence standpoint. Then I'll probably get pissed off and I'll probably do it. So let's see what happens. Actually, I don't want to fail. I'm not doing this just for YouTube, but it's just a thing. Ah, come on. I should probably start warming up more for this sort of shit, because usually I'm just walking in and doing it. And it's like walking into a gym and chucking a couple of plates on and fucking doing it. Like, I'd call somebody an idiot for doing that. So I do need to warm up more. Right, let's go. Stop thinking about it. Told you. If I don't get it, I'm going to be pretty mad, to be honest with you, because I've done it quite a few times now. So to give people perspective as well, right, this is 105 centimetres, 41.3 inch. And again, it's sort of like, I'm 5'11", to give perspective. It's up to my belly button. One more time, come on. Not got it in me. Fuck. You have to like think about your foot placement, because you don't want to be too close, otherwise you'll hit it. Don't be too far away, otherwise you'll dip before it. No. Fuck. Again, I'm all about being transparent and all that sort of shit, as annoying as it is. Gonna be good and bad days. So yeah, the first time I actually did these two, so I did it before and then I did it again, and I fucking went flying into the wall. I didn't realise you could Velcro these on, so it just all went toppling all over the show. Right, we're gonna go into some farmers walks. It's more tiring than what it looks like that. When I first started my new training program, right, I come in here and there's a couple of boys who do like functional and high rock shit, and I was doing some plyo press ups. I felt like way out of my depth, like imposter syndrome. But just remember, no one gives a fuck what you're doing. So if you're ever doubting yourself, fucking don't. even though it's only 20 kilo increase. There's a lot. I do like 2 more rounds with that, up and down, then we'll move on to tire flips. It like don't sound a lot, but we sort of fast-paced walking, and I'm carrying more than myself now, so there's 120 kilogram total there. But to look at, it don't look like a lot, but when you get perspective, again, I don't know what's good and bad, to be honest, but we get some sort of logical perspective. It's quite a bit. I wish there were like a plate fucking thing there to make it more efficient. But this is a cunt. This is probably one of my favourite ones because it's just like you just go, go, go. And if you're a little bit pissed off, really good. And I'll be honest, right, because I'm that much of a noob, I see people using the handles. I don't like to do that, I just like to get from underneath. So I imagine it's just a case of whatever you prefer. Definitely gets your heart going, doesn't it? This is probably the hardest thing, to be honest with you. And it's because of the technique, it's not the weight. I think the weight of these goes like 60, 80, 100. 60, 80, it might be 100 or 120, then 120 or 140. Fucking heavy. Like if you can do this with a big boy weight, honestly, hats off to you. Right, so we've done, if you want to call it functional stuff, we've done that now. We're just going to finish off on a couple of back exercises. So I want to get good at pull-ups, so I'm going to do pull-ups. And then we're going to go into a row, and then just a nice pull down, just to fill the back up with as much blood as possible. So, see how it goes. It's a simple exercise, but I don't think people appreciate how hard doing a pull-up is. It's like if you're watching this, and you can do a pull-up, like well done, genuinely. It's a difficult movement in a sense of like, it's hard. Simple in terms of pulling yourself up, in terms of the mechanics behind the exercise. But how many people do you actually know who can do a pull-up? So, again, I'm 17 stone. It's not like I'm pulling a feather up. So I'm probably gonna do like, I'll be happy with 6 reps. If I don't get that, I'm not gonna be disheartened. Like I'm just restarting doing them like fully body weight instead of assisted. So I'm going to go for that, see what happens. This is one of my favourite row machines, so the Life Fitness. I think this is a Series 1 row, might be Series 2. Anyway, that machine. Now, found with myself, big up to Matt Tofton for, he identified it with himself, but it was also pretty similar to me. So I was used to like lean back quite a lot into it, and I wasn't necessarily hitting my upper mid back. And I found if I brace and lock into it, instead of retracting my scapula more and just focus on being like that, I feel my upper back a lot more. Now the weight difference in that is considerable, but I feel my muscle a lot more. And again, I know I am doing certain training methods to just like shift weight and have fun, but I'm still keeping bodybuilding elements in my training. So I'm not chasing the weight on these exercises now. I'm also thinking about stimulating the muscle. You notice how I'm thinking about dragging my elbows wide instead of tucking them and coming narrow? I didn't actually used to like this machine because like I used to hold it really wide and it converges outwards. But if you have access to machine, it's really, really nice. I feel it in all my back. So I'm not going to say it's lat dominant or upper back dominant. Depends on your biomechanics. However, I do lean back on this, and I feel it all in my back, which is a good cue to have. So if you are getting into it, again, it's a heavy machine. You don't need much weight, to be honest with you. I like to grab it right on the inside, like as close as you can together. Again, because it converges out, you just get a really nice contraction. So if you do have access to machine, give it a go. You may or may not like it. You may love it. So again, typically when I'm getting into any pull down exercise, I'll get into it, I'll retract my scapula, lock that down, and then pull. And before any nerd comes at me and says, oh, it's upper back dominant or lat dominant, mate, you probably weigh about 200 pounds, you've got no muscle. Grow back first. So that is training wrapped up for today. Bit of a mashup really, so some functional, a little bit annoyed about the box jumps, but I'll get it again. Some functional, bit of strongman if you like, and a bit of back and a bit of conditioning. So I am really genuinely enjoying this style of training. Again, it's a lot of novelty to it. It's something new for me. And I'm just excited to see where it goes. Me and Robbie have already discussed quite a few things content-wise, what we can have some fun with. And I just think it adds another dimension to me as well. I've always said I'm not a one-dimensional bodybuilder. I've never said that I'm a bodybuilder anyway. I've always said I'm a hobby builder. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's anything that you'd like to see, or if you want me to go into depth about the transition from being more bodybuilding-esque to now, let me know. I can always do a video on that. I might do one anyway, to be honest with you. A bit of an update in 4 to 6 weeks time, just how I'm getting on, etc. Probably will. Let me know, comment below, click like, share, subscribe, all that funky stuff, and see you on the next one. Thank you.